this is you right now. Like you are spending your life sitting and staring at some plastic. But when you're actually like looking at it, it doesn't feel that way. But like there's so many stuff happening. Like this guy's going on a road trip with his girlfriend. No, 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 no. Like there's so many. I don't know why there's so many girls on my homepage. The mindset that will change my 20s. A week in Greece. Ooh. Like get filthy rich by brainwashing yourself in 197 seconds. Like you know that this is complete bullshit. You know that like most videos that you watch is a complete waste of time. You know that like that doesn't really get you where you want. Yet you keep consuming content like a goddamn zombie. The worst part is that, and that really hurts, you are aware of it. You know that you have to completely stop, or to at least diminish the time of videos you watch. But you just don't do it. You just don't do it. And it's been that way for like years. Years. For how long is this gonna continue? I used to be the biggest YouTube addict that ever existed and walked on earth. When I tell you that I was addicted, you know, like all the video games, Fortnite, Overwatch, Warzone, Rocket League. Like on Fortnite, for example, I have like 1,000 win. I spent $4,000 on this game for skins. I have like the Gold Trooper, the Renegade Nader pickaxe. Like I spent thousands of hours on those video games. But on YouTube, I don't even want to know. Because I think that I spent like a whole year on this. And when I say a whole year, I'm not even kidding when I say that. And this is actually really scary. Because I spent thousands of hours staring at some plastic, sitting on my chair. No wonder why I felt so isolated. That I felt like, oh my god, like I'm not good with people. You know, like I'm born screwed. That it's so like hard for whatever reason to connect with people. I just know that I can get so much out of life. Like, well, I got so much potential. I just know it. Like, no one can tell me that shit. But I just know that I have so much potential. Like, I know that it's in my blood. That I can become someone so great in life. But when I actually look at myself, like a predator looking at his prey, you know, like he hasn't been eating for like 3 days like a lion, and he finally see a zebra. Your entire being and soul is locked in towards eating that zebra. Well, it's the same thing with looking at my life. I was honestly a loser. But it's so difficult to admit that. Because I don't want to believe that this is the case. Of course not. No, I shouldn't admit that. Instead, I'm doing good. Yeah, like, it's fine. Well, yeah, well, others, they're also consuming, YouTube and, like, all of that, so it's fine. Well, yeah, of course it's fine. You know, even if I was saying that in my head, I didn't believe that whatsoever. Because I knew that I was lying to myself. And I can't hide it. Even if I try to convince myself hundreds of times, I just know in the back of my mind that I'm heavily coping. And I ended up blaming so many things for the current life that I had. That's not my fault. I was addicted to video games, adult content, fapping, YouTube. You know, those things are so like addictive. Bro, who are the people that created those evil things? Yo, they're so goddamn evil. It's their fault they made it so addictive. And now my life is screwed. And I remember so vividly, like it was, like right now, a second ago, that I went on the roof of my apartment. I live in an apartment in like a really rich neighborhood with like huge houses. It's like probably like top 3 of the richest neighborhood in my city. And I basically went on the roof of my apartment. And to go on the roof of my apartment, there's like a door with a huge lock. It's like the master lock, you know, like the company. And guess what? Well, it's a lock that was locked. So what I did is that I went on YouTube. And so I watched like 2 videos and I just spent like 30 minutes like lock picking it. And I was able to open it. So now like I'm pretty good at it. So I went on the roof basically and I just look around because there's like a beautiful view of like a mountain, the trees, the city. And I'm like, yeah, wait. That makes so much sense now. I'm currently like living life. Like how it's supposed to be as a human male on this earth. But when I go in my room and I watch a lot of like YouTube videos on, could be like entertainment videos or even education videos where I learn, I realize that I'm sitting on my chairs like staring at some plastic for hours a day. But when I'm in it in the moment, it doesn't feel like it. It just feels right. It just feels normal. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels like another reality. But when I get out of the box and I actually look at myself, just like I did at the start of the video when I was doing that, when I looked from a third-person view, I realized that I'm not living life. I'm living my life indeed, but sitting on a chair staring at some plastic. And that's the same case with you. And that's when I really start to take my life seriously. Seriously in the sense of I'm actually gonna make something out of my life. Creating the kind of life that I genuinely want to live. And so I stopped consuming so much. I was still struggling with like completely stopping YouTube. But I was doing really good progress at the point where, you know what? I decided to do the Ironman, a triathlon. So I went by myself in Spain for like 2 weeks. And I remember it was a night and I was just walking in the city. I actually have some pictures. There was like that was the biggest cactus I ever saw in my life. It was, let me actually show you. While I'm finding it, I was basically walking at night on the sidewalks, and there's just like 2 suspicious guys, like doing something with their hands. And then I come closer because I had to go there. I find the picture. Wait, is it? Yeah. And then I pass by them, and they look at me, and they're like, "Do you want some cocaine?" Out of nowhere. And then I just said, "No thanks, buddy." Yeah, that was that was so funny, out of nowhere. But this is like basically the cactus. Bro, it's like, look how like high this thing is. And basically like I did the Ironman there. And that was like so fun. I was actually like living in the moment. There's so many things happen. I had a camera and like a group of girls around my age just passed by. And they start asking me, "Oh, why do I have a camera in my hand?" And they started talking to me out of nowhere and they wanted to do something with me. As if I was like famous. And like so many things happened. That was me like during the Ironman, the swim, the bike, and then I ran, and then I arrived at the finish line with the medal, and then I passed out 3 times in a row. And they end up telling me that, oh, well, you're disqualified because you missed like 25 kilometers out of 180 kilometers of the bike race. So I missed like 1 hour out of like 13 hours of like non-stop exercise. So I was disqualified. So I'm doing another one to make it legit. But basically, I'm telling these stories to explain to you that I'm actually like making something out of my life because I genuinely want to. And it doesn't feel anymore like I'm wasting my life. It doesn't feel like I'm becoming nobody. It feels like I'm becoming the version of myself that I want to become. And because of that, I'm proud. I don't really feel like a human waste anymore. Now, yes, there are some days where it's really difficult. Like I don't sleep well or like energy is low, so it's really difficult to keep up mentally. But most of the time, I do what I want to do and what I know I should be doing for my future. I'm making YouTube videos because in the future I want to make money out of it. But most importantly, I'm doing it for myself and to help guys just like you becoming the best version of ourselves. I'm currently working a sales job in downtown doing door-to-doors. It's so difficult. Also, I'm training for the Ironman and I'm also going to the gym. I'm actually getting out of my comfort zone, talking to people and just expressing myself. I'm actually like creating myself alive instead of sitting on my chair staring at some plastic. So this is your time. You've been doing that for so long. It's your time. Like, it's actually your time. Actually, no, it might not be your time. Because the truth is that most people watching this, the other guys, they will continue after watching this video. Go on YouTube.
You gotta start reading.
Doing that. For who knows how long. Months? Years. All their life. Oh no, one day will stop. Will you? You keep telling yourself that. It's been months, even years. Wake up, bro. Wake up. Wake up. You are currently watching some plastic. You aren't like looking me. Me too. I'm talking to some plastic and you are currently looking at some plastic. I'm here to make you realize that you are wasting your time. Wake up. This is the end of the video.